Hello everyone, Teacher here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be talking a little bit about raids. I'm gonna rectify something from yesterday, and also I want to give you an update about when we could expect an update. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So I want to start off with the update. That's probably the most exciting point. AB Games has put a video out. I don't know how many watch him, but I just want to spread the message. So credit to AB Games for this. He is highlighting Tuesday, so probably sometime next week. He has played CG games more than I have, and it sounds like looking back, that's what they did when Swigo came out. So I'm thinking we could expect February, the first week of February. So next week we could expect some news. This is not 100% confirmed. This is just a gut feeling from him. And seeing as we didn't get an update yesterday, I'm thinking personally, I was thinking Thursday next week, but hopefully we get some sort of life sign next week. And I discussed it a little bit with some people in DK Crew. We're probably gonna be told there's a big update coming or something like that. I just really hope they get back and especially fix the login problems for people, because that is probably the worst part. For me, I would actually say, well, give me back my money if you're not gonna fix this. So, anyways, next point, I want to rectify something. That is, yesterday I did mention it, but I perhaps didn't say it specifically enough. Sleeper scores that we went through, which are very impressive, and how I used his squad to suggest what you could do with Gandalf. In the past, Sleeper has done a lot of attempts to actually get the scores that he has. He is slowly dialing it down, but he has tried some attempts. Like he's not just doing 5 or 10 with some squads. Some squads are, just they are as they are supposed to be. I've had second attempt Rivendell 1.5 in chapter 1, so it happens. Swag does it on live streams, etc. as well. But Sleeper does try a lot for his scores, but it's within reason. So especially I would say when I say within reason, like the squad can score this if you get things correct and a little bit RNG goes your way. So it's not like going for the impossible. Now, next thing I want to talk about, and which is why I have Harum highlighted here, due to not any news, etc., I'm thinking I will go back and work on Haradrim abilities, because we're actually gonna go over to Dwarfs first and just show you guys here. Feely is basically done. Thorin, done all the way, level 6 on my order. You could say gear 9, but I would say like this. Keely, I'm considering if he's done, because I have his special 2, which is the bleed that we all like, and the disabled, and then I have his basics for damage and for stacks, etc. So I'm really considering just leaving him at this. I'll have to decide on that, but I'm considering it. Then we have Bomber, who's basically done as well. Like, when he becomes farmable, I will at some point go back and do this. I'm actually gaining okay amount of purple energy per day, so with my free refreshes, luckily I can afford that. Ballin is just Ballin at the moment. I actually made him gear tier 6, and that made my chapter 3 run a little bit more difficult. And speaking of chapter 3, I scored just below 6 million of that. My total score was 19.2, almost 19.3. So I'm within a million of my goal for Q1 of my score reaching 20 million, and then I have a bunch of different other goals set out. But I like it, and I also like the fact that I haven't completed my goal for Q1 within the first month, because that means I've actually set myself a little bit realistic goal. Biffer, slowly working on getting him up to level 6. Probably gonna go and work on him, because that way I have 5 dwarfs, but I also need to do Gimli because of the fellowship that I showed you yesterday, what they can score, so I need to do that. And speaking of fellowship, my Gandalf, next raid, um, he will be 6 star. But this is the thing, this is another light side squad, and I really need crystals and gear for light side, so I I really want to build them, and I know I should, but I want to build a shadow side. And speaking of shadow side, I'm actually like there's a lot of things going on here. I'm gonna do Charu that I talked about yesterday. I'm actually gonna go ahead and build her to see if that can help my Haradrim in the different chapters, because especially for chapter 3, that way I can also give you some feedback on actually doing myself what I have suggested others to do, how it works, because that would be potentially anywhere between 3 to 400k that I lock in, almost 400k, because if it could get close to max or at least a few hundred k, that's well worth doing for me because it's just gear, it's not abilities. And then what I'm doing at the moment slowly, when I have excess gold, yes, I know it's a rare phenomenon, but and it's like a myth. People have talked about it, but no one really feels it. I'm slowly working my goblins to level 60 and upgrading them as we go along, and that's also what I'm doing with my arena currency. I'm actually gonna just go by here, Legolas. So 130. So he's 6 star. So yeah, he's well on his way as well to 7 star. He's just reaching to 6 towards 7 star. My quick math was 10 shards, etc. So I'm considering going for Haradrim to work on their abilities, but I will probably delay until next Friday just in case there's an update. And if I go in and do something, I will go with Bekaloo first for another cleanse. That will be really nice for the chapter 4. Again, Haradrim, not the best for chapter 4, but not the most useless. I mean, my Haradrim in first or second attempt scored 460 this yesterday, and my best score with them is over 500k. So, and this one here would help with the damage. So probably could go above 500k, hopefully regularly on chapter 4 on the Balrog, and maybe also even could go on my cave troll, so I could get back up to my difficulty 5 score there. And if I were to do something else, those two over there, as we saw on my Bekaloo, then I would do Yef2 for more damage, and also his disable for 2 boons for cave troll and other stuff. So that's basically what I'm thinking I will do with my Haradrim. And that is if I do decide to go ahead and do that ability wise. There's a bunch of different things I could go. I could go into my Gondor, I could go into my Road to Rivendell, many different things. I'm probably gonna, as you can see here, Eowyn is getting farmed nice and well. I have to start using my XP actually, that's probably the worst part. I don't have the gold to use my XP, but yeah, it is what it is. Nuras, Gruher, I'm farming them every single day for the essences. I'm having okay supply of essence, and yeah, my farming guide at the moment for myself and what I'm doing and expecting. We can just go through that really quickly. I'm not expecting any change. Uh, for myself, Alreda, I'm gonna work towards him for a 6 star. Keely is now on his way to a 7. I am working on Orphis, who is getting within 50 shards to 6 star. I'm working on Wexe as well, also working towards the 6 star. Then I am doing Ballin, Nuras, and Gruher. If I were to stop doing anyone, I would stop with Gruher because I can buy resistance essences and I get him from the web store. Make sure you always log in and do that. And then here I go ahead and farm Herondale, who I'm along with Aura. I'm just farming because might as well. Like he's 50 shards towards 7, so that's nice. Then Eowyn, like I'm really sad I didn't finish off my Rohan because that was what I opened up with when I leveled my account Rohan 3 for stuff and then swapped over to elves. So and then Aura, and then I am doing Kraska and Denethor will at some point also open up. If they drop anything on us, I will probably drop Gruher, because that opens up enough energy for a Rumel farm in case he's an 80 energy. Orphan, I will probably delay him, and I'm expecting something to the guild and arena store to come. So that was just a quick overview and a few different things I wanted to go through. Let me know if you have a topic that I should mention in a future video, then tell me in the comments down below. And I hope you have all a good weekend, and I'll see you in more videos during the weekend.